His name is Ed Shaughnessy. He just passed, like a month, maybe 1 month before. He played the drums with the Tonight Show band. The early Johnny Carson, the original Tonight Show band. Before Jay Leno, before Eubanks. There was a trumpet player named Doc Severance, a big band. Shaughnessy is a great drummer. And he was my godfather. He gave me my first drum. You know, I was lucky. I heard a lot of jazz very early. Charles Mingus used to come to my house and play duets with me when I was 12 years old, 13 years old. I used to sit in with Mingus's band with Eric Dolphy. I was only a teenager. I feel I grew up in a building with Max Roach, Abby Lincoln, which they were married, you know, at that time, and Art Blakey, and Elvin Jones. Yeah, and Roland Kirk. And Bob Moses is in there too. Little tiny beginner drummer with these great drummers. You know? It's good drum history, good drum karma. Yeah. Was a good time for music in those days too, because you could hear great music more easy. There was a club called Slugs, pretty well-known place in the Lower East Side. It's also a funky neighborhood, dangerous neighborhood, but so what? A lot of jazz was in dangerous neighborhoods. If you love the music, you have to go. That's where you have to go. And you know, it's not a big deal. I would see like a normal, maybe a Tuesday night. You see Joe Henderson, Roy Haynes, Chick Corea, Eddie Gomez. It's $5. Maybe you drink una cerveza, and 3 sets all night long, 4 sets. That was easy. The next night might be Lee Morgan, Hank Mobley, Cedar Walton, Sam Jones, Billy Higgins. Now we call it an all-star band, right? But then it was just normal. That's some play. The truth of it is most of the so-called jazz musicians now don't really improvise. They learn what they're going to play. So they might as well play classical music. I like to improvise, but that's me. But I don't call it jazz. The way that I play now, I don't think it's jazz, but it's improvised. I can play jazz when I play with jazz musicians, because I take it from them. For me, I'm not a jazz musician. I'm zero. If you come zero, you can be one with any style. I have to beg the musician to listen, the young ones. Like, please. And they listen like 20%. They act like they're doing me a big favor. I say, no, man, 100%. If I play music with you, I'm like this, every note. And if you're better than me, or know maybe a certain kind of music better than me, you're going to bring me higher. If you're not better than me, I'm still listening to you, so I know how to help you. Oh, you're not sure where one? Here's one. Oh, you're slowing down? Okay, come on, baby. Oh, you're nervous? Relax, tranquilo, exhale. I'm always listening to people to know how to, if they need help, to try to help them. If you listen to Louis Armstrong music, let's say 20s, of course he lived alone, but in the 20s, great stuff. And then you go 40 years ahead. Miles Davis, Tony Williams, Coltrane. Music went a lot ahead in 40 years. Now we look at interstellar space, John Coltrane, Rashid Ali, 1967. This is 40 years later. Where's the music that's 40 years ahead? Where is it? I keep waiting. People stop going forward, they're going back. But I think if it's going to go forward, you have to stop trying to play like somebody 40 years ago. Right? So we go, keep moving. You know how I learn music? It's so simple that people can't believe it. And you could save yourself, how much does it cost to go in a school? $100,000, you know, a lot of money. You could save yourself a lot of money. You know how I did it? I would just keep playing till it sounded good. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Don't do that again. Oh, that sounds good. Okay. I got one thing that sounds good. Now I try to get two things that sound good. They may not pay you to be creative, but they can't stop you from being creative. I had a guy who said, "Oh, how you doing? How's life? You playing a lot? You working?" I said, "No." He said, "Oh, that's too bad." I said, "Why?" Sometimes if you play less, it might even be better because each time it means more. I notice with a lot of the students, they play all day, but it's so casual. They might as well be, you know, sitting on the toilet or at the computer. I don't play that often, but every time I play, I give everything.